And now Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Paul Bean.
All right, let's take another look at that storm tracker because honestly, it has been very rough with those hot temperatures, and it's just going to continue because as for rain, a lot of it's to the north of us. We've been seeing a ridge over us for quite a while now, pulling a lot of the storms to the north of us through Montana, even going as far as Canada before going over and around back down into the Midwest. So we haven't really had much to relieve us from this heat, which is why it's continued. And even moving forward into next week when we have a little bit of rain moving through, it's not enough to push out those 90s. So expect these 90s to stick around for quite a bit. We did have some clouds today. It was a light cloud layer, but that didn't really help us with the heat either. And it's going to make the night a little bit worse because it is going to heat up a little bit more because those clouds keep that heat in. Moving in forward into tomorrow, that just makes it worse with hotter temperatures, 96 in Pocatello. So it's getting worse, and it doesn't have much relief in sight. Future tracker not really showing much going on, a little bit towards Afton and Soda Springs. For the most part, you're seeing scattered storms though. And that's what's moving forward into later in the week too. Roughly around Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll start to see a chance of storms move through the Snake River Plain, but they don't really have any force behind them. There's not enough strength to even say that they're likely. It's 20% chances at best. So while temperatures drop down to 93, 94, we're not seeing some long-term relief. So tonight in the Snake River Plain, clouds do roll through, but still, once again, that makes it worse for those highs, or those lows. 59 in Pocatello, 60 in Idaho Falls. Moving forward into the mountains, more clouds as well, 58, 59 in Chalice Salmon. Then finally for the highlands in western Wyoming, even more clouds, 53 in Island Park, 49 in Jackson. And that's holding that heat in. So as we move into the daytime, back to those, immediately to those 80s for highlands in western Wyoming, 90s everywhere else. 85 in Island Park, 87 in Jackson. And I really didn't have much words for this. It was just one, hot. It's going to be another hot day. And it's only worse as we head over to the Central Mountains. 96 in Chalice, 92 in Salmon. Some clouds, but still seeing that hot weather, not really blocking out the sun that much, still showing us those upper 90s. And of course, it's getting a little bit brutal because we're seeing 96 in Pocatello, 94 in Idaho Falls, and another hot day for your Sunday. So while it is clear and it is nice out for our weekends, we are still seeing those heat exhaustion and heat stroke risks because it has been dry and hot for the majority of the last week. 96 in Pocatello, 94 in Idaho Falls, with 97 in American Falls and Blackfoot. So seeing a lot of those upper 90s, and it just sticks around for seemingly the entire week. 96 for Sunday, 97 for Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, you see those chance of storms, and that's the only time you see it drop down below 95. We see 93 on both those days, which is still, still really hot, even though we're going to see only about a 20% chance of that rain moving through. So it is going to be another rough week moving forward because we don't really have much relief from these hot temperatures. Idaho Falls, a little cooler in the middle of the week, but not by much, just 2 degrees, 91 for Tuesday and Wednesday. Only one day with those chance of storms, though. 93 and a little bit closer to those 80s for next weekend, but still seeing hot temperatures almost the entirety of the week. Teton area also close to those upper 80s, but a little bit cooler because you are in the mountains, but a little bit more chance of rain on Tuesday as well. But temperatures still in those mid 80s, 83, 84 for Tuesday, Wednesday, 85, 86 for Thursday, Friday. Then finally for the Central Mountains, very similar, 96, 98 for Monday, Tuesday, even with that chance of storms, still getting up to 95. And then those mid to upper 90s almost for the rest of the week. So this week really wasn't for those people that don't like those hot temperatures. It looked nice outside, but when it came to that heat, it was brutal would be a good word for it.
Very hot. So those of you that have maybe neighbors that are older, elderly, good to check on and make sure they're okay.
It's really bad. And I mean, even indoors, you can feel it.
Oh yeah, at night. It's hard to sleep. All right.